Well, our top story this morning, shares of Nvidia extending losses this morning after Thursday's trading fueled more than $118 billion of losses in market cap, pushing Nvidia's market cap back below Microsoft's. The chip maker no longer the most valuable public company. Some jousting, for sure, taking place for that number one spot, as Ludacris would say. Of course, a little music reference for Friday. But anyway, all things considered, it's more than just Nvidia that you're going to see. You've got individual stocks, indexes, ETFs, contracts, weekly contracts, and monthly options contracts set to expire on Friday. So this, the famed triple witching, the premier event of the summer, I think Jared Blickry just called it.
I know, the highest liquidity that we're going to see of the summer after the longest day of the summer. You can see on your screen right here the explanation, what happens with expirations today. You're looking at stock options, stock index futures, and stock index options, all expiring today. Now, this is interesting to look at when we think about the downward pressure that we saw in Nvidia yesterday heading into triple witching. Are the two related? And some reports and notes this morning saying yes. And that is because you do tend to see a little bit of an opportunity to sell off in some of the biggest players in the stock market heading into a triple witching day. But interestingly, a study about some of the kind of uglier reversals that we've seen historically heading into triple witching day does indicate that those high flying names do tend to be moving to the upside in a pretty big way a couple of months later after we get through the next 24-hour period. So it's interesting. You can't really separate the individual stock price action that we're seeing from that broader triple witching picture. And I wonder if that is why Nvidia has lost its number one spot in the stock exchange versus any kind of idiosyncratic reason.
Yeah, and with a volatility event or a volume event, which can also prove and transition into a volatility-like event, I'm looking at some of the options AI data that's actually looking out even into next week and trying to predict that expected move post triple witching for Nvidia and as well a bunch of other names and indexes in the market. And it looks like there's an expected move of about 7.2% in either direction post triple witching for Nvidia by this time next week, June 28th. So that's going to be interesting to track because, of course, that will mean that we'll also be rounding out the second quarter by that juncture as well and staring down the third quarter. My goodness, third quarter of 2024 begins in just 10 days time here.
Right, we're almost ready for earnings season to restart again. It hasn't even finished.
Bring it on. Why not?